Greetings, salutations. Um, Jimmy here, just doing a little check in and an update on where I'm at today and what I got accomplished. So, I called, I was on the phone from the time I got finished with my group this morning on Recovery Loose Live to, till probably like 4, I think was around the time I finished up. Um, I called so many places. I called like the Victim Compensation Fund, the Office of Victim Services, the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, the Neighborhood Legal. I called the emergency shelter around here, even though I'm not going to stay in a shelter. Um, they had me call the Salvation Army in the local area. We also called the Center for Okay, I already said I called the Center for Victims. Honestly, that's probably the place where I got the most help, and it wasn't that helpful. Um, they did give me an idea of how to work in the system to maybe be able to get some help to transfer counties because that's an issue. I ran into this, so I've been on this journey for 2 years basically. Like part of it was during my relapse, and there's just not a lot of resources out there for men. So if anybody out there has any, let me know, because I need some ideas. I tried calling, so I even went LGBTQIA. Um, I called PERSAD, which never answered at all. At all. I called 3 times and it just kept ringing until it hung up. Um, I called my representative, both my representatives, the one for federal and the one for state, and I left messages for both. We'll see how fast they respond. Now, Chris DeLuzio's office, my state representative, who is the federal, he does usually, like, somebody tends to call back a little bit more with him. However, they like to pass the buck and say, that's not for us to do. You need to call this guy. And that guy doesn't answer and doesn't call back. So, his name's Rob something. I can't remember what his last name is. But I called those. I've so many different trying to like advocacy centers that I could find online. I called their 1-800 numbers. Just trying to see if there was any other kind of help that could facilitate and help me get to move forward. So if I didn't raise, I'm not going to say that. I believe it's going to work out. I believe I'm going to raise enough money to be able to do this. But I'm going to try to find something to help me do this move. I know that when I got out of treatment, they were having massive issues trying to find a place for me to go. But I had a dog. I don't have a dog at the moment. Not saying I don't want one. Not saying that I don't need one, because I really like. A part of this journey is I am going to get a psychological therapy dog. It's happening. Um, Mentally and emotionally, I am up and down. Um, there's been some things going on in the hallways. And I mean, I can hear everything that goes on in the hall. And I don't know. Solar flares, something. Something's going on that the crazy people are even crazier. And there's more things going on out there. This is definitely not a safe space. Like, I know inside of my apartment because I now have pushed what furniture I do have in the hallway and into the door. So if there's a fire, I'm fucked. Flat. Like, that's just what that's going to be. But I'm advocating for myself. I'm calling everything that I can. And there's just not enough out there. Or I'm not hitting the right spots. So if any of you know of any places for me to call, tell me. I need help. I need help. I need out of here as soon as possible, and I just need help figuring out how to make that happen.